term, right, by the summary, right, by the energy transfer dynamics, right, implement a scale of collision in which that assimilates that equation regardless will be recursive because it will have to generate a foundation, right, in which that for it to be infinite or to exist, in which that will assimilate that the chances of it being recursive exist, right? And that can just be because two particles collided in space, right? Just randomly.
Confuse those patterns? Are they somehow written into some ultimate description of a universe that has to be that? I don't know. But if you believe that there are these patterns and we've invented a language that's really good at talking about those patterns, then yeah, in principle, maybe that language can point us toward the ultimate pattern, which may give insight into why there's a universe at all.
Patterns is a really interesting way of describing it, because I wanted to know what your view is on what a law of physics is. These words like laws, these words like forces, the force of gravity, they're thrown around without people stopping to think about what they're actually saying there. I mean, to say that there is a law of physics, that word seems to imply that there is this written rule somewhere that everything is following. The question that got me thinking about this when I was younger was to ask, like, do things fall to the ground because of the law of gravity, or do we have the law of gravity because things fall to the ground?
No, because we the Earth it go this way. So when we drop something because we move so fast, it's like you when you drive in a car. No, just kidding. That's stupid. That's that's why Apple hit the ground, right? Because we're moving. No, like, so like, look, no matter how we can principle things, we
And
can
it seems
explain
more
things in other
sensible to me
ways.
to suggest that
Doesn't matter whether
like
we
you
had
indicate,
Einstein or not.
we are essentially describing patterns that we see. And the great observation of David Hume was to realize that that is just something that we observe and describe. He looked everywhere he could for the causal connection between hitting a billiard ball and that billiard ball going forward. And he thought there's nothing in principle, logically, like preventing me hitting that billiard ball and it flying upwards instead of forwards, except for this thing that we observe
Or even
called
sideways.
causation. But he looked for it everywhere.
Causation.